A spectacular attack by Houthi rebels under the blazing sun of the Red Sea. The consequences felt thousands of miles away, here in rainy Reading. This was the first attack by the Iranian-backed militia, but it was not the last. And the ongoing raids are putting pressure on global trade, including for this tea retailer, which relies on safe passage for its goods from east to west. That passage is still not safe from Houthi attack, which is why the Foreign Secretary made this ultimatum.
The clear message here, and over 10 countries have signed a statement saying to the Houthis, these attacks are unacceptable, they're illegal, and they've got to stop. And if they don't stop, action will be taken.
Just hours after he spoke, there were reports of another ship being boarded east of Yemen, and the US Navy said a Houthi drone boat had detonated. The seizure of the Galaxy Leader on the 19th of November was the first attack. But there have been 47 reported incidents in total, a term that also takes in interceptions of Houthi attacks by the US and the UK. Now, they include physical damage from drones and missiles, direct approaches by Houthi boats, one instance of boarding, sightings of Houthi rebels, and more than a score of suspicious approaches. Now, the reason for that warning from the Foreign Secretary is because around 15% of the world's trade passes through those waters, or at least it did before. Lloyd's List told Sky News that had fallen by a third. So this route is not completely shut off. Chinese and Russian ships continue to sail these routes unmolested, for examples. But Western companies which have been targeted have been forced to take the longer way around, a much longer route, an additional 3,500 nautical miles, taking around an extra 10 days. And brands, including Ikea and Next, have warned that will mean delays in products arriving here in Europe and potential stock shortages too. Those are big brands that can withstand the storm. Smaller companies have less ballast. So that's China. And
this is China, as you can see, the origin out there.
The shipments for this tea retailer usually come through the Red Sea. Instead, they've been diverted, and the company is running short of stock.
We are a business, we have to survive. So yes, if this continues, we're hoping at the moment it's a short-term problem, but if it continues, then yes, we will have to increase the costs.
The West may warn of consequences, but the attacks are apparently ongoing. Those consequences may be felt less by the Houthis than on our shelves instead. Tom Cheshire, Sky News, Reading.